Hey, what's up guys? This is Nightwing2303 from WearTesters.com. Today we have a first impression of the Nike KD6 Elite. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright guys, so this is the outsole. This I think is going to work a lot better than the original outsole, which is these guys right here. Basically it's just a reversed type of pattern. So these ones you have all of the triangles kind of hollowed out in between the lines, whereas this one they've kind of cored everything out perfectly, which in my opinion looks great, or not looks, but should perform great. And it looks more like the traction pattern that was found on the KD5 right here. So and these had really nice traction on a ton of different court surfaces, including dusty ones, whereas these ones really had a hard time with dust. So I'm hoping that these guys perform more like the 5s, because that's how they look. As far as the cushion goes, these things use full-length zoom or full-length max, max zoom, 360 zoom, whatever you want to call it. It's in there and it feels awesome. It feels like 360 zoom. One thing is that the midsole is much lower profile than the LeBron 10. So I'm not sure how well this is going to come out as far as visually, but this just sits a lot lower than the LeBron 10 does, so you don't feel like you're raised up as high, and it makes for a really nice kind of court feel just from a basic try-on. Now the LeBron 10s had an issue with flexibility, not only because of the full-length max unit or zoom unit, but also because of that really chunky, thick midsole. This one not only slims the midsole down, but they also put some flex screws right here, and this is not going to flex well for me because I have not worn these at all, but it's supposed to flex right in those areas. They also have them on the medial side as well, so I think that forefoot flex will definitely be increased compared to the LeBron 10. Will it be great? I'm not sure. When I was trying them on, again, it felt okay, but anything can change when you start running around in them. The materials are pretty crazy. It is very, very, very similar to the HyperRev. I gave my HyperRevs away, so I don't have those to compare them like side by side, but basically the whole underlay structure, which is the stuff that you could see underneath the mesh, is the same stuff from the HyperRev. It's just like foam pieces basically, which is interesting. And then on top of it you have a sturdier mesh, but it is a very single layered mesh, so it's just like one straight sheet basically of mesh overlaid on top of that foam structure. However, on the inside you have a nylon material, so just like the Kobe 9 lows, the engineered mesh version, I think that these actually might hold up kind of well, especially compared to the HyperRevs, which again have very similar features as far as their actual construction and build. You can see there's some fuse on the toe, the branding here is fuse, and then that little thunder strip right there is fuse. That's it. So it's gonna be interesting. Oh, also like right here along the eye stay and everything. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting kind of feeling, and you know, we'll see how it plays and how it holds up. As far as their fit goes, go true to size. They fit perfect. It is mesh, so it might stretch a little bit for those with wide feet, but you're going to want to try them on, because I don't want to make recommendations when I don't have a wide foot. I just know that for me, having my foot shape, they fit perfectly. The tongue is a lot softer right here, so anybody that had that issue where they would kind of like bite up on your ankle and everything, I didn't personally have it, but I have heard from many people that, you know, it's an issue. I have people leaving comments on my website saying, hey, did you have it? It was hurting my ankle, all this stuff. I didn't have the issue, but if you did, they softened everything up, so hopefully it doesn't do that again. And then also right here in the collar or heel, they have added a lot of extra padding here, which feels really good, and it'll cup the base of your heel in, wrapping right around where it starts to roll over or kind of turn up into your Achilles and your shin, or not shin, but the calf. As far as ventilation goes, it's all mesh, and all of the open areas that you see, all the lines, they are open areas for airflow. Again, there is a nylon material behind everything, which will restrict like 100% airflow, but it'll still allow heat to escape, so it should be okay or decent for the ventilation. So support, again, it's going to be interesting because I don't know. You have a weird mesh upper with this, which is minimal support, but then you have a really wide flat base here, which is an abundance of support, and then you have this really restrictive kind of air setup here for the cushion, which will lack flex a little bit, keeping you almost firmly planted on your feet, which is, again, supportive technically. So, you know what I mean? It could go either way. You can see here that it does come out for an outrigger and all that kind of good stuff, but I'm sure one good step on someone's foot, it's going to be hard to recover versus a shoe that's a little bit more, I'd say, fits closer to the foot, like the Kobe, Kobe 8, Kobe 9, Under Armour Spawn, shoes like that. So this is a little bit of a bulkier setup on the base or bottom here, which could have an issue as far as like recovery when landing, if you land awkwardly or on someone's foot. So it's going to be definitely interesting. As far as the Flywire things go, you could feel it a lot during the Hyper Rev shoe, but those were on a very like fluid midsole. This is on a very restrictive midsole as far as flex. It's still going to be more flexible, like I said, than the LeBron 10, but not as flexible as something like the Hyper Rev. So it could just be like just a weird shoe as far as transition goes. But again, we'll find out. And yeah, that pretty much takes care of it. Again, this is just first impressions. These are just my first initial thoughts after trying them on, comparing pieces from this shoe to other shoes that I've played in the past, since my, I guess, knowledge on court with all of these sneakers are so vast, since I've played in so many different models. When they do utilize pieces from other shoes, I kind of, in my head, just automatically, throw them all together and say, hey, it could, play like that, and who knows if it will or not. So, but yeah, that's pretty much everything. Stay tuned to my site for everything as far as more colorways, release dates, things like that. And again, the performance review coming up. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all your support. You'll be able to grab these this Saturday over at shoepalace.com as well as other Nike basketball retailers. So thank you guys again, and until next time, have a good one.